Dun Show's World.
Welcome to Show's World, gamers. Josh here, and we have some fun news in the world of the expanding partnership of the video game and theme park worlds. And I'm excited to talk about the news and speculation in the parks on both the East and West Coast. But before we get started, do me a quick favor. If this is your first time on the channel, hit that subscribe button and let's check out the world of gaming in the theme parks. Now we will start on the East Coast as we check in on the construction of the upcoming newest and largest version of Super Nintendo World, coming to the Epic Universe theme park, still scheduled to open in the summer of 2025 as the newest theme park in the Universal Orlando Resort. Now we have been following the construction since they first broke ground in this area, and it's crazy to see how far they have come in such a short time. As you can see, the entrance and escalator taking you up to the second level where you will enter the land is almost completely enclosed, as is most of the buildings in the Mushroom Kingdom part of Super Nintendo World. Also, now that the most of the stairs and levels have been defined, we actually get an idea of how much larger this area is going to be than its Southern California counterpart. We still have a few more levels to be added to Peach's Castle, but that's really just theme. Force perspective parts, as the actual areas where guests will be accessing, looks to be completely built. Now, looking at what will be Bowser's Castle and also the entrance to the Mario Kart Challenge ride, it is actually further along than Peach's Castle, as the actual fortress walls are beginning to take shape. Now, moving over to the right of the castle, looking at Mount Beanpole, most of the vertical steel looks to be completely erected, and I expect that we're going to start seeing that being closed in and giving it the more familiar shape over the next few weeks. Now moving over to the Donkey Kong area, we have some really cool new updates to take a look at here. The gold-colored bricks work, we saw them starting to add to what will be the temple facade of the Donkey Kong Coaster show building and queue, is now covering a large portion of the building. Also, you can see that they have added the planks to the faux track for the roller coaster, and it is looking really awesome. It looks like the actual coaster track itself may be completely installed, and you can see here a corner with a completed section of the faux track with the Golden Temple wall behind it, and man, it's just looking really cool. When this is complete and they have the greenery with the giant palms, the waterfalls, rivers, and tree houses, this land is going to be an amazing sight. We also got a look here of one of the areas where the faux track is damaged, and the coaster will give the illusion of jumping off the track to avoid crashing. Now, ending our look at the Donkey Kong area, you can see from this angle there is kind of still a lot of work to be done, as there will be a wall completely enclosing this land from the outside world's line of sight, which has yet to be started on just yet. Now, staying on the East Coast just a bit longer, I did want to give a quick update on the Islands of Adventure. If you remember, the Poseidon's Fury area closed down, which partnered with a ride trademark for what many thought to be a Legend of Zelda ride, and a report that Universal had pitched Nintendo on a Legend of Zelda theme park area. Then said Poseidon's Fury ride closing permanently, with the surrounding area being pretty much ideal for a Legend of Zelda skin. Well, rumors started flying around like crazy, and it actually makes a lot of sense, but checking in, and well, there's been no news on this area. Poseidon's Fury is still permanently closed, and there is no sign of any construction taking place in or around that area of the park just yet. But stay tuned, we will keep you updated if we get any news or anything happens in this area. Alright, let's jet across country to the West Coast and visit Universal Studios Hollywood, where the first US version of Super Nintendo World continues to be a huge hit, drawing huge crowds daily, even in the sweltering summer heat. And if there is one complaint I have heard about Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios Hollywood, besides that it's kind of small, it is that there is not a lot of shade on the main level. That being said, I absolutely love this theme park land, and the visuals when you exit Peach's Castle into the Mushroom Kingdom, it's just so cool. Speaking of cool, who is cooler than Toad? Well, you can actually meet Toad himself now, as he has been added as a meet and greet character, and he may be the best looking character yet. He does not talk, but he can move much better than the other characters you meet in the land. Right now, he can be found in front of the door just to the right when you enter the land. Now, while the menu at Toadstool Cafe is pretty much the same, amazing, you really can't go wrong with anything. Due to popular demand, they are offering a collectible plateware set and a collectible mushroom bowl set available for purchase. The plate set is the plate that the Bowser Fireball Challenge comes on, and the bowl is the same bowl that the mushroom or tomato soup is served in. You do need to make the purchase when you order your food, and at this time, it is only available at the Toadstool Cafe, which remains pretty hard to get into. Now, the big news at Universal Studios Hollywood is the recent announcement of the Fast and Furious roller coaster. And I know what you're thinking. What does this have to do with video games? But bear with me, because this new roller coaster could actually affect the route of the studio tour. And if that is changed, there is a possibility the Universal Fire Department may also be moved. Now, this area would be the ideal area for an expansion to Super Nintendo World. There has been no word from Universal at this time. This is just speculation. But with the popularity of the land, I'm sure they are looking for ways to maximize this partnership. So stay tuned. If we get any news on this, we will let you know. Also, construction has already began on the many different mazes for the upcoming Halloween Horror Nights. The special ticketed event will start on September 1st in Orlando and September 7th at the Hollywood Park, and run up to Halloween on certain nights. This year, both events will include a special The Last of Us maze based on the popular PlayStation game. They did announce it would be more based on the game and not the HBO live-action version. In a description, they explained you will navigate your way through an abandoned Pittsburgh with Joel and Ellie. Warning on this one though, as this event is definitely geared towards a more mature guest. Alright, that concludes our update on the state of gaming at the theme parks. And there's a lot to be excited about. Do you think a Zelda area is coming to Islands of Adventure? I sure hope so. Are you planning on braving the Last of Us maze this Halloween? Let us know that, or any thoughts in the comment section. And thanks for joining us today. Shoge World, out.